makes a quality fiber cable? A lot of cable companies claim they produce the best cable, but how can you be sure? Simple. Look at their data sheets. There are 5 main things you should look for when gauging the quality of a fiber cable. Number 1. Do they specify the glass type? Is it OM3, OM4, OS2? Many companies will simply say they have single-mode cables or multi-mode cables, but do not state what type of fiber is inside. The type of fiber primarily determines the distance an optical signal can travel without degrading too much for the receiver. In other words, data rates vary with distance. Many multi-mode patch cables do not call out the fiber type, and when tested, turn out to be only OM3 or lower quality OM4 fiber. The point here is, know what type of glass is in your fiber cable. Number 2. Are the cables UL rated? It is easy to assume that all cables are UL rated, but surprisingly, many are not. Most inexpensive cables are less expensive because they use lower grade flammable plastics in their jackets and are not UL approved cables. Why does it matter? Safety. Fiber cables that are ran vertically between floors, i.e. riser cables, and cables that are ran horizontally in drop ceilings or raised floors, i.e. plenum cables, must be properly insulated in order to prevent or limit the propagation of smoke in the event of a fire. One common rating is low smoke zero halogen, or LSZH for short. Many patch cables are LSZH rated and are not acceptable for riser or plenum applications in North America, but are used in Europe. For riser applications, look for cables that are UL rated OFNR. For plenum applications, look for cables that are UL rated OFNP. In Europe, look for LSZH cables that meet specific IEC standards. Number 3. Do the cables meet industry standards such as GR326 and others? Telcordia GR326 specifies critical parameters for fiber optic connectors, including connector in-face geometry, thermal operating performance ratings, vibration ratings, durability ratings, and other environmental and operational conditions. Fiber optic connectors that do not meet GR326 are at greater risk of failure in the application. Be sure to check for this. Number 4. Why do some companies not specify insertion and return loss for their cables? Because producing a high-quality in-face polish takes time and costs. Insertion loss is the loss of light when making a connection between any two connectors. The loss is cumulative as you add more connections in a link. Too much insertion loss results in degrading the signal before it reaches its destination. Higher quality cables will not only specify the insertion and return loss, but will also provide testing results for each fiber in the cable. Be sure to check for this. Number 5. Are the cables clean? Any dirt or dust on the glass in-face will result in poor signal performance. The fibers must be meticulously cleaned prior to use in the field. Check and make sure your cables meet IEC cleanliness standards. Now that we've gone through the 5 things that make a good fiber cable great, how does Fiber Mountain's cables compare? Number 1. Glass type. Fiber Mountain uses OM4 and OS2 cables. OM4 Plus and OM5 are available upon request. Number 2. UL rating. Fiber Mountain cables are rated OFNP for plenum applications and OFNR for riser applications. Number 3. Industry standards. All Fiber Mountain fiber optic connectors are GR326 compliant. Number 4. Insertion and return loss. All Fiber Mountain cables come with insertion and return loss specifications and test results for each fiber in the cable. Lastly, number 5. Cleanliness. All Fiber Mountain fiber optic connectors are optically checked to meet IEC cleanliness standards. In the world of fiber cables, there are good cables, great cables, and Fiber Mountain Super Premium cables. For more information, please visit us